Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today, I'm going to be doing an in-depth review of Air Client. Now, the developers were kind enough to give me a beta version of their client to beta test here. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to launch this through the Minecraft launcher because they did not get a launcher out for the client because it's still in beta. We're going to go ahead and start up the client here. I'm going to be giving you an in-depth, honest review of the client. As you can see here, there are a few things that are not complete, such as this bar at the bottom and the icon. Seems like they're using OpenGL, but that is okay. There's a few things we're greeted with the client as soon as we open it. You can see there's a beautiful landscape in the background of the client, and there's also a single player and multiplayer button. I'm not going to be focusing on that right now. I'm going to be taking a look at the features this client has to offer on the main screen. As you can see, we have options, which just takes you to the default Minecraft options and cosmetics. Once we click on cosmetics, we're greeted with two cosmetics currently. We have Air Client, which unfortunately they weren't able to finish, and the Mythist one. This is Mythist's client cape, and I was told you were going to be able to purchase this one on the store once that gets released. Now that we've gone through that, we're going to go ahead and go into single player, and we're going to go ahead and launch a quick single player world here. Once we spawn in, you can see a few things. We're greeted with two things: the direction HUD and the coordinates HUD. Now, there are two things that this really shows about the client developers. They're brave enough to show players two mods right off the bat because they believe the Minecraft default experience should be like this. Now, there's a few things about this client that are different about other clients. Instead of them using right shift to open their GUI, they actually use the W key because they were brave enough to take that step and rebind your controls to the arrow keys. As you can see, we have just pressed our W key, and we're good with a few things. Air Client, unfortunately, they couldn't add the logo there. Staff mods and mods. Staff mods, so far we only have X-Ray. That's helpful if you're staff on a server. And as you can see right here on the right side, it does, in fact, say Bezos Client. Now, with Bezos Client, that was actually the code name of the client, but they're still working out how to change that scoreboard option because they're not sure who did that because we believe Mythos did that, but they're unsure how to change the code, so they're still working on it. Next up, we have the first mod you can see here. Mythos gets scammed, and it looks like there is a bit of a screenshot there. I believe it is the screenshot of Mythos getting scammed, unfortunately. So, right now the client has it enabled. We're going to go ahead and disable that, and it does look like that is the minimap. We're going to go ahead and enable it again. Oh, and it just gave us a nice message. You just got beamed by Bright. Very creative. Next up, we're going to go through all the mods. We have armor status, cooldowns, scoreboard, potion effects, keystrokes, FPS, CPS, coordinates, direction HUD, boss bar, and toggle sprint. And I know when I first launched this client, you weren't too familiar with what this was down here. It kind of looked like direction HUD, but it kind of didn't. And what this kind of shows is, instead of showing your native Minecraft yawn pitch based on north, east, south, and west, it actually shows you two colors, as you can see here, pink and black. Now, both of these are representative of the diagonal coordinates in Minecraft. So when you're facing towards the pink side, it shows you're facing towards east. When you're facing towards black, it's facing towards north. And when you're in between, just like this, that means you're west. And this means you are south. When you're this way, you're south. Now, before we go ahead and end off this video, I'm going to be showcasing some of my PvP skills with the client to show you how much FPS I am getting. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my FPS booster mod here. This comes with an FPS booster as soon as you turn on the mod. We're going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to go ahead and play on my favorite server, lunar.gg. As you can see, I'm getting a little over 20 FPS, and you know, normally I run Minecraft on 1000 FPS, but like I mentioned, the developers are still working on it. Okay, unfortunately we lost that fight, and I think this guy is using recheck, so I'm going to go ahead and report him. Okay, before I end off this video, guys, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away my very own Air Client cloak, because the developers have also offered my own cloak. 100% of the proceeds go to Air Client, none of them go to me. So if you guys want to show your support to the client and the development team, go ahead and buy my cloak on the store, or if you want, enter the giveaway. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and comment your IGN. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you to the Air Client developers for graciously accepting my request to review their client. Once again, shout out to all of you guys, and thank you so much.